Hello and good morning. My name is Adrian. I would be your host for today. We are back for the second session of FedEx Biz Breakfast, hearty servings of expert business insights. To give you a brief background, this is a series of virtual learning sessions for business owners and decision makers. FedEx has invited several noted speakers to deliver fast, useful, and inspiring insights to help small and medium enterprises recover and grow amid an evolving new normal. If you watched our first session last month, welcome back. We hope you have applied what you have learned from our previous speaker. If it's your first time joining us, we are so happy to have you here. There's so much to learn this morning in our next two sessions. Today's session will focus on business optimization and is called Marketing Your Business to Survive and Thrive in Times Amid Volatility. This morning's speaker is an entrepreneur and a seasoned media marketing and sales professional. She has years of experience handling various media from traditional to digital. After her talk, we'll have a fireside chat where we can ask her questions. To formally begin our program, I would like to invite Ms. Maribeth Espinosa, Senior Manager for Clearance Operations here in the Philippines, to deliver her keynote message. Everybody, please help me welcome Ms. Maribeth Espinosa.
Good morning and thank you everyone for joining us on the second episode of this breakfast. I can see some familiar names from the first session. We hope that you were able to take the insights from the last webinar and that you're eager for more. That's why you're here joining us today. This morning, we are focusing on business optimization. We have invited a guest speaker who will teach us how to market your business to survive and thrive in times of volatility. To say that the past 2 years have been volatile is an understatement. A report by the Department of Trade and Industry actually shows 38% of the businesses in the Philippines closed at the start of the pandemic in March and April of 2020. In the same year, a record high of 17.6% unemployment rate was registered. We are thankful, though, that with the relaxing of the quarantine restrictions, more businesses can open and pivot online to follow on customer demand and the rise of e-commerce. At its core, FedEx continually look for ways to create possibilities for our customers by optimizing our business processes and improving our network in the Philippines. Last year alone, we just launched one of our long-term investments in the country, the Dangerous Goods One Stop Shop in our Clark Gateway facility. This solution offers customer an end-to-end shipping experience for their dangerous goods that is fully compliant with the International Air Transport Association or IATA guidelines. This has been proven to be timely as we are also playing our part in managing dangerous goods essentials items such as the hand sanitizers amid the COVID-19 pandemic. This is also our way to support businesses like yours for all sizes, from SMEs to enterprises, as they expand their international footprint. We also offer various web integration solutions, such as the FedEx Web Services, FedEx Delivery Manager, FedEx Signature Options, and FedEx Compatible Share Program to improve our customers' shipping and other business processes. We also have collaborations with top-rated e-commerce platforms, so sellers and consumers like you can conveniently access FedEx shipping services through their websites. For customers abroad, we have the FedEx International Connect Plus, a portfolio of services that balance speed and cost. With this tool, they can offer the desired delivery times for customers and competitive package rates. Help our customers accurately track their shipment, we offer the Sense-Aware ID technology. It's a lightweight sensor-based logistics device that delivers a new level of precision tracking. It was designed to give customers like you the precise level of tracking that you've been looking for, enabling you to optimize your supply chains and make any necessary adjustments during the journey of your shipments. We continue to help drive business recovery for our customers to our extensive global network. One of the key projects that I like to share is our collaboration with the software company Easy Fulfill, which will help SMEs like you take their locally made products to consumers around the globe. We also work with e-commerce enablers and industry organizations such as DTI to help our SMEs embrace e-commerce and go digital. In just a short while, we will be joined by an entrepreneur and media marketing sales maven with years of experience in traditional and digital media. She also manages one of the most trusted and successful media marketing companies in the Philippines. I hope you're as excited as I am. We hope that today's webinar and the following sessions will help you recover and grow in this evolving new normal. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the session. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you for that wonderful keynote message, Miss Maribeth. It's nice to know that FedEx plays an important role in helping our SME succeed. And now we are ready to begin our plenary session with our guest speaker. Today's speaker has served the business and marketing industry through the Philippine Marketing Association as president in 2019 and in the Asia Marketing Federation of 2019 to 2021. Apart from her work as an entrepreneur and media marketing and sales professional, she is also a host, moderator, and facilitator. She is currently the general manager of Celestial Media Services Incorporated, a media marketing company with 25 solid years of marketing prime advertising properties such as online, mobile, cinema, and out of home. Everyone, please help me give a warm welcome to Mary Faith Abano.
I'm sure you agree with me that the situation that we are right now is actually one of the more volatile situations that we have as a country and as an economy. So if you think about it, no matter where we are actually, we'll always have volatility and there'll always be uncertainties. And if you think about it as well, no matter how complex the situation may be, we would always go back to our basics to help us, to guide us through the difficult path that we have to go to. The basics serve as the heart of our strategies in our implementations. And thus, in this short time that we have together, I'd like to go through I'd like to go back to our basics in marketing so that we can actually survive and thrive in volatile times. Because in truth, the more grounded we are in our understanding of our product and our market, the better it is for our business and for our marketing. But let me throw you a question first. How many marketing messages in a day do you think an average consumer is exposed to? If you think about your day yesterday, how many messages were you able to get as you were going through your day? In actuality, it has been reached and it has been studied that an average consumer actually gets about 5,000 to 10,000 messages in a day. 5,000 is actually the lower end. So that translates, if you sleep for about 8 hours, so that's a 16-hour day, it translates to about 300 to 500 messages in an hour. And that's a lot of message. That's a lot of message. That's a lot of clutter. That's a lot of information bombarding you as you go through your day. So we now want to be able to get through that clutter. How do we get our message across so that people could actually get our products and buy our products? To thrive and survive, we need to get through that clutter. And that's what we will attempt to do today. Now, traditional marketing actually gives us a traditional framework called the 4Ps. I'm sure you've heard of this. You've gone through, if you went to the basic marketing course in college, you've heard of the 4Ps, the product, place, price, and promotion. However, the 4Ps framework needs a little updating because of the changes and the fast-paced environment that we have right now. It needs a little upgrade. And of course, with the four P's as well, there is an assumption of trust. They assume that we trust the product and we trust the company that gives us those products. But in truth, trust is earned over time. And so we give an updated framework and give examples and thought starters along the way. And that new framework is what we call SAVE. All right, so from four P's, we go to SAVE. So let's discuss them one by one. Our first P that we will update is called the product. When you say product, it connotes a one-dimensional look at the offering. A product-centric analysis tells you about the features, the benefits, even the comparison with competitors. But think about it. Is that how we buy? In truth, when we buy something that we need, we buy something because we need it. We don't just buy a car, we buy something more. We buy mobility. We buy safety for our family. When we buy alcohol, we buy health and sanitation. When we buy a new dress, we buy the confidence that we look in that dress. Or when we buy efficacent oil, we buy the relief that it gives to our muscles so that we could be productive again. So if that is how we buy, shouldn't our marketing reflect that as well? Instead of saying it is a product, we now say that it is a solution. It is a solution to what matters to the people and to what bothers people. That is the important element that we should reflect. Let me ask you a question again. How many times have you skipped an ad? Have you skipped an ad? I'm sure you have. That's part of the 5,000 messages and plus that you have been exposed to yesterday or even today. Majority of those ads that you see, you skip. Probably because, it didn't answer your need. It did not give you any solution to a problem that you're having. It just wasn't relevant. In marketing terms, it wasn't thumbs up. On the upside, another question. Have you bought something because you saw an ad? You did, probably because it answered a need that you had. How many of you have willingly joined communities? The communities like homemakers, travelers, brides, drama addicts, bikers. You join these communities because they provide a solution to that customer to be with like-minded people, like-minded individuals who want the same as you. It has been said that consumers do not like to be sold, but we like to buy. So don't just show products, show them how it will solve their problem. Remember, even if you are the best product out there, if you don't show them how much better off your customer will be with your product, there will be no sale. At this point, let me tell you about our partner View. If you don't know what View is, it's the massive library of beautiful K-drama titles in one platform, in one app. One of the main reasons that we found out why non-fans say that they don't like watching K-dramas is because of the subtitles. Imagine trying to catch all that is happening in the scene while reading the conversations in subtitles. You really have to stay focused and you really have to concentrate. And that takes away the fun. That's what they say. So they found this segment of people who are curious about K-dramas but are impatient in reading those subtitles. So they gave them those dramas in a language that they understand, which is Filipino dubs. And guess what? Out of the 20 trending shows, we have 70 to 80% of them as the ones in the top 20. They're the ones who drove viewership up during the time of the opening up of pandemic restrictions. And people became mobile again. People went back to work. But then people were still going back to the platform, still engaging with the platform because they found that format with the Filipino dub as something that they can enjoy. So they were the surge. They were an answer to that surge. The problem? How to convert curious but impatient viewers to fans. Our solution? Filipino dubs. Now, for us to get a handle of this much more, I'd like to invite you to craft your solution statement with me. Right? Your solution statement will state the product that you have as well as the solution that you are offering. So you can just fill in the blanks, and we'll go through this together. Just fill in the blanks and fill in the blanks with whatever it is that your product is doing and whatever it is that your product stands for. So my product, so tell us what it is. All right. So if it's a flower shop, all right, flower shop, my product or flower shop, the brand of your or the name of your flower shop, and tell us what it does. So my flower shop, what it does is it gives memorable gifts. Right? So it's not just about flowers, but it gives memorable gifts. To whom or for, and that's your target market, to important people in our lives. So to important people, right? So if since they're important people, you know that the products that you offer should be memorable, should be impactful, right? And if you're able to identify a block, it's so much better. Even if, or without, or because. No? So answer that. Even if, for this particular case, even if they don't remember the dates. Okay, so my flower shop provides beautiful gifts for important people in your life, even if you don't remember the dates. So that particular statement actually answers so much. It provides your service, it provides the people that you're giving the service to, and the kind of service that you're giving it, even if, and you're actually providing extra service and giving the solution to that particular problem. Not just giving gifts, but also reminding them of the gifts that they should be, of the dates when they should be giving those gifts to. So fill up that and make it as granular as possible. An articulation of this would really help you in crafting all of the other things and deciding what channels you're going to put your products in. Right? Talking about channels, let's talk about our next P, which is place. When we talk of place, it specifically talks about where consumers can find you. Traditionally, this is a store where people walk in or drive to your store and they come in and they buy. Then they return if they like your product. But with the advent of the internet, finding you is not limited to the store anymore. That is why instead of thinking of a place where they can find you, think of how they can get access to you. Other than physical stores, we now have other buying opportunities. We have e-commerce sites, your own website, your social page, an aggregator's page, and so much more. However, talking about access is not just about sales. It is also about pre-sales and after-sales customer service. In this information-laden world, it is possible that when the customer comes to you, they already know so much. So you might as well provide the information. The customer has already researched. So you might as well provide whatever they need to find out. Access also means that you open channels of communication where they can reach you. Ask for customer service, leave a review or recommendation. Look at your channels right now. Check them out one by one. Do they accommodate these? Do they accommodate reviews? Do they accommodate recommendations? Why is it important to ensure that your channels have these? Surviving in difficult times means that you keep your customers while looking for new ones. It is more expensive to get new customers than to retain old ones. We know that. Your stickiest customers will be your ambassadors in trying times. And the only way to build that relationship is to be accessible to them in the channels that you have, whether it's online or offline. Now let's look at our other element. Our next P is called price. Looking at price could be very one-dimensional. When you have answered the solution statement that we gave earlier, then it would probably be easier to look this way. What is it that you are bringing to the table that makes the customer a better person or be in a better situation? That is called value. What are you bringing to the table to make their lives easier? If you're getting in a discussion on price, then check yourself. You probably have not articulated the value or the solution that your product or service is bringing to your customer. Brian Tracy says the more you focus on the value of your product or service, the less important price becomes. Pricing is subjective. It has to be in the context of value. How does that product or service enrich that person? Like I said, you don't want to get into a pricing war. Get into a value war. Pricing is often the reflection of the brand perception of value. Let me give you an example. Peculiar Eyewear is one of those businesses that have been featured in the TikTok business conference about a couple of months ago. It's an ASEAN conference, but then this is the Filipino business that they featured because it has grown tremendously in that platform. It is actually available in various platforms. So you can access them in so many platforms. They're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, but it was in TikTok that they grew tremendously. And what was their messaging? What was the solution that they were giving to the people? They identified a problem. People were always in front of their cameras and they needed to protect their eyes because they were in front of their computers. And who were those people who were in front of their computers most of the time? Those were gamers. And what were the gamers using? They were using their their eyeglasses. And in all of their communication, they were talking about ensuring that yes, their eyewear actually offered protection. They gave so many demonstrations on UV rays and blue light that it did not pass through their eyeglasses, that it became the only talking point that they had, and that was the one selling point that they had, which allowed them to grow so much. So that's the value that they brought to the table. They saw a solution to a problem, and they gave that solution, and they talked about it over and over and over again. And that's how they started growing. Let's talk about our next P, called promotion. How was promotion viewed before? It was a one-way dissemination of information from the brand owner intended for the market, for the target market. So that was one way. You have your traditional TV, radio, and print bombarding you with one-way messages from your favorite brand, whatever brand it was. But with the almost 100% adoption of the internet, which brought information into the hands of consumers, one way has become multi-way. Remember 5,000 messages? Those messages were given to you, and you were bombarded with those messages, not just from one medium or from one channel, but from the multi-channels that you are subjected to. So what are we vying for then? We are vying for attention. How? By constant interaction with them to know what solution you are offering. And that is education. Instead of talking about a one-way promotion of just the product, you educate your consumers about your offering. Education implies a long-term relationship where you give information, answer questions, receive feedback, and listen to further needs. Instead of saying, hey, buy our product, it suggests we say, we want you to help to get the most of our product. So, what tools do we use to educate? The answer is still you follow your audience. What tools or channels are they in? Are they watching on YouTube? Are they getting their information from other sources? Are they in the different platforms on the internet? Are they in the news platforms on the internet? Are they in other information in the entertainment platforms? Or are they still on TV? Are they out? Are they out in the streets already and navigating their way in the city? Go where they are most found, though, and then use them. Online, identify three or four and learn all you can about them. Then you can explore other channels. Having said that, TikTok is one channel that has the most unduplicated audience, meaning it has the most audience that could only be found on their platform. They don't use any other social media platform. So that is where if that is where your audience is, then go for it. Go ahead and use it exclusively. Another way of looking at educating your target is by presenting your solutions to them. Consider these questions when you start crafting your solution messages. All right? Consider these questions. Number one, what is the struggle or difficulty that my product or service can solve? Right? Is there a frustration I can help them with? Let's go back to our example of peculiar. What is that difficulty? That difficulty, that problem that they have is how will they protect their eyes? And how do they ensure that the product that they use is actually protecting their eyes? So they were able to find that. They were able to find that solution and they harped on that solution. And that's how they grew. Next question. What questions do they ask before they buy? This is a very interesting question to ask yourself. What questions do my customers ask before they buy? If they Google, if they go search online, what will they be Googling? If you find that out, give the answer right away. For example, if you're a photography studio and you have clients, clients that would go to photography studio would probably be asking, what kind of outfits can I wear for a family portrait, for a family photo shoot? What's a nice bag? So, talk about it right away. Or if I have an infant, what's the best time for family portraits if I have infants with me? Because infants can really matter in terms of timing. Or if you're a plant seller, can I place my alocasia in my office? My alocasia is one of the beautiful plants that I own. I would like that in my office with me. Can I place it there? Right. So you could answer those questions right away. Or another question, are there horror stories? Oh my gosh. Or are there horror stories that we know that have resulted from not buying or using our product or service? Best case here would probably be insurance. We know of people who have passed, and because they have passed, they did not have insurance, their families were left struggling. So that's a horror story. On the upside, we could also talk about success stories. Are there success stories where people have used your products? We know of a lot of success stories in the wellness industry, in the weight loss industry, in the fitness industry. So we have all of those success stories. Now there are also niche products, niche products who are luxury items. In one discussion, they're not necessarily answering problems, but we want them. We like them. We want them in our lives. Items like pools, or jewelries maybe. So how can users enjoy this passion more with you? How can they have more enjoyment with it? So you could talk about, if you're selling a pool, you could talk about pool parties, themed pool parties, or the fashion looks that can go with your high-end accessories. All right? So these are the questions that you can answer when you start crafting your solution message. So that is our framework. SAVE, solution instead of just product, access instead of just place, value instead of just price, and education, an interaction instead of just a one-way promotion. And before I end, I'd just like to give you some very important, well, three of them, important business reminders as you go through and start thinking about how you would like to recraft. No? Number one is expanding your network, making sure that you expand your network by joining organizations. Organizations are one of the best way out there that you could really, really expand your network and have your products and services out there, not just on your platforms. I encourage you to join these organizations, and whether it's something like this by FedEx or your governmental LG organizations, just so that you could have a feel of how other people are working, have other insights, and how the government is also working with you. Develop and maintain your relationships with clients and suppliers. Like I said earlier, your relationships will be your savior. They are going to be your ambassadors when times get tough. And they're not just clients, but also your suppliers. They can give you leniency when times get tough. They could give you more because they know that you are a good customer. And third is be the ambassador of your brand or your business. As the owner, it is inherent upon you to be the number one salesperson, to be the number one ambassador. So write about what you do, write about your business, your solution. You have your access points, you have your social media, you have all of those platforms. Write about it, write about you, and talk about how you have come up with these solutions. Or guest in different shows, even, or you could make your own shows and interview other people so that you could talk about your brands and your services. Be the ambassador. Take advantage of that particular position, and make your own platforms. There's so much that you can do right now. You're not just building your brand, your product, but also yourself, your personal brand. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time today. Kamsahamnida. Maraming salamat po. My name is Faith Abano, and I pray that God bless us all.
Thank you for that insightful talk, Miss Faith. I'm sure our entrepreneurs and viewers now know how they can better relate and market their business to their target market. So this morning, we've learned that knowing your product or service and your target market is important in building a thriving business. If you intend to improve your marketing efforts, you need to take time to research and critically plan out your strategies. This will help you communicate the right message, connect with the right audience, and deliver your product or service to the right consumers. In today's challenging environment, marketing is one of the best investments any business can make. This is because marketing efforts generate awareness and revenue in the long run. Before we go to the fireside chat, let's have a quick icebreaker where we will pick 5 lucky winners who will receive exciting FedEx prizes. All right, starting this raffle with 3 lucky winners of FedEx diecast planes are our first winner is Jenny Rose Colangoy. Congratulations, Jenny Rose. You are first winner for this raffle. On to our next, please. And our second winner is Maria Clara Genova. Ayan. Congratulations, Maria Clara. You are second winner for our raffle today. And on to our third lucky winner, which is Fritzy Cruz. Congratulations, Fritzy, for being our third lucky winner for a FedEx diecast plane. Congratulations. Our team will get in touch with you for the details. I'm really excited to call on 2 more names who will be receiving these lucky prizes. Are you the next winner? Let's find out, shall we? The two lucky winners of a FedEx laptop bag are... Let's draw in our first winner, which is Charity De La Torre. Congratulations, Charity. And on to our next lucky winner, which is Bernadette Vidanes. Congratulations, Bernadette. Let's give our winners a warm round of applause. Congratulations once again, and we will get in touch with the winners. I hope you are now ready for the next part of the program, where we can hear more about business optimization from top leaders. The next part of our program is the fireside chat. This morning, we have FedEx leaders who will share their thoughts on business optimization and Mary's plenary session earlier. Allow me to introduce the FedEx leaders who will complete today's fireside chat panel. Once again, let's welcome back on screen Miss Mary Faith Abano and Miss Maribeth Espinosa. A quick reminder to our attendees, you may send in your questions through the Q&A button located at the bottom part of your Zoom window. Our online ushers will help me collect your questions and address these to our panelists. All right, let's begin. Let's open our discussion with this question from Miss Kay, one of our viewers, and this question is for Miss Maribeth. Does an established multinational company or an industry leader like FedEx still need to employ marketing strategies? Why or why not?
Yes, definitely. Even large enterprises and established brand like FedEx still need to continuously promote our products and services. We constantly need to rethink and optimize how we present our product offerings to stay ahead of the game, win, and maintain a thriving customer base. In the recent years, actually, we've launched new supply chain technologies and solutions that enhance operations and customer experience, such as the Dangerous Goods One Stop Shop, our FedEx Web Services, our FedEx International Connect Plus, and SenseAware ID technology. We are constant lookout for what's next to deliver seamless and top-notch customer experience.
Thank you so much, Miss Maribeth. That's right. Not only startups or small businesses can benefit from online marketing. Big and established companies can also use it to reinvent their brands, stay relevant, and connect with the new generation of consumers. All right, our next question is for Miss Faith. This is from Mr. Noel. What's one marketing strategy or practice that entrepreneurs should bring to thrive in a volatile post-pandemic economy?
Okay. One thing that you should always do, whether it's a good time or bad time, is putting your ear on the ground. Listening to what your customers need and want, what problems they have, and shifting your services and products to meet that need. Remember, save. Solution is always the first thing that you have to bring to the table. What is that solution that is needed currently by the market that you are serving? Because, needs change, because times change. But the need for a solution would always be there. So, ear on the ground, what are they looking for? What are their frustrations? What are their distractions? Ear on the ground, give that solution.
All right, so take note, guys. Let's learn and master marketing agility. All right, so we have another question for Miss Faith, and it's from Mr. Anthony. Do you think all businesses, even those who are B2B, must establish and maintain a good online presence to market their products and services?
Oh, for sure. For sure. Everyone needs and can establish their online presence, whether it's through their social channels or through their own their own platforms like their own websites and all of that. Why? It's because that's where your audience is. One thing that we should always remember is when we look at our target market, we look at where they are, right? You have a solution, but if you do not bring them to where the target market is, then there's no point in having that solution, right? Remember, our second, and our third would be access and education. Remember, so you would have to look at your target market, and a lot of your target market, most of them, if not all of them, or everyone is online. You just have to find which channels, which platforms, which social media platform to be in. Thank you.
I agree with Miss Faith. People these days tend to browse online. First, before they purchase a product, they're actively searching on different platforms, so it helps a lot when they see your brands online. Plus, personally, as an online shopper as well, it makes a great impression when brands have a good and engaging content on social media. Do you guys also get that feeling when you see shops and brands online? All right. So for our next question, let's hear from Miss Maribeth Espinosa. Which marketing platform or initiative of FedEx are you most proud of and always excited about?
I think right now, one of the most important marketing initiatives that you are most proud of is the FedEx Web Integration Solutions. It's a smart and reliable online portal that lets you conveniently ship and track the status of your customer shipments directly from your website or business application. Plus, integration enables you to improve our own shipping process with speed and efficiency. This is our way to enable you, our customers, to offer a more versatile user experience, reduce costs to our customer service, and get end to end support from FedEx in a very secure environment.
Love the FedEx Web Integration Solutions tool. It has helped revolutionize the shipment experience of many Filipinos, entrepreneurs, and customers. Okay, so for our final question for today's episode, Miss Faith, this question is from Miss Jem. I'll read her question. How can we make our brand stand out in a sea of competitive online shops? What should we highlight in marketing our products and services to consumers?
I go back to our framework. What solution are you offering? All right. And the question is, what should we highlight, right? What should we highlight so we can stand out? I go back to our solution. Distill the solution that you're offering. To craft your messages, you should be as accurate as possible and as precise as possible so that people could actually get your message, and then be in relevant channels. So if the question is what should we highlight, then it should be that solution. And number two, where should we be? Then it should be in the channels, again, where your audience is, where your target market is. Because if they're not there, if they're just outside, then there's no use in being in billboards. If they're just at home working from home, then there's no use being in billboards. Or if they are teenagers, if you are marketing teenage products, then you probably don't need to be in Facebook. You could just be in Instagram or TikTok, because that's where they are. So really distill, listen where they are, what they want, and that is how you can stand out in the sea of competition, sea of the 5,000 plus messages that's bombarding everyone, because you're relevant.
That's nice. Doing business is indeed more than just earning revenues. It's about earning the people's trust and establishing a relationship with them. That's very inspiring. Thank you so much, Miss Faith. So that ends our fireside chat today. Thank you, everyone, for sharing with us your secrets to business optimization. Our viewers and I learned a lot. That also wraps up our program for today. Thank you for joining us on the second session of FedEx Biz Breakfast, Hearty Servings of Expert Business Insights. We still have two more sessions on July 1 and July 22. Each session will focus on a different topic that will help SMEs rise up and succeed in the new normal. Guests who complete the webinar series and attend all four sessions will receive a digital special certificate and an exclusive FedEx gift. If you joined the first session, we hope you can complete all four. If this is your first time with us, don't worry because the learnings are valuable and will surely help you navigate and win in the new normal. Don't forget, the following webinars are on July 1 and July 22. We will be sending a pop quiz and a post-event survey via email after this webinar. We hope you can spare a few minutes of your time to fill these out so we can improve our future sessions. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Adrian. I had a great time hosting this session. Please enjoy the rest of the day.